Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
Global Economy. October 9, 1901 America New York, companies prepare for a selective decoupling with China. For foreign businesses operating in the Middle Kingdom, it may be best to plan for uncertainty.
New York Times Business. October 9, 1713 America New York, La Guardia, security incident, draws emergency response. A flight from Indianapolis declared an emergency and landed, in response to passenger behavior, a Republic Airways spokesman said.
Armstrong Economics. October 9, 1709 America New York, Austria's head of state resigns in corruption scandal. We really can no longer afford career politicians, for no matter what country we look at, they are inevitably for sale to the highest bidder. Here Chancellor Sebastian Kurz of Austria redirected federal money to buy not just pollsters, but journalists to cover him favorably instead of revealing the truth.
Marginal Revolution. October 9, 1451 America New York, Saturday Assorted Links. 1. Revised reviews for older CDs. I always thought that Liz Phair recording was excellent. 2. Ezra Klein on David Shore, NYT. 3. Progress for Libertarians in Argentina? The Economist. Plus tantric sex and a mastiff named Murray Rothbard.
The Library of Economics and Liberty. October 9, 1450 America New York, a modest proposal on beef taxes. There's their beef co-blogger Brian Kaplan and his favorite philosopher Michael Huemer have debated whether one should eat beef. Neither has persuaded the other.
Forex Live. October 9, 1412 America New York, Bank of England Saunders says market pricing an earlier rate rise is appropriate. BOE Monetary Policy Committee, MPC, member Michael Saunders in an interview with the UK Telegraph, may be gated, link comments on the potential for rate rises from the bank, and when.
Daily FX Market News. October 9, 1400 America New York, gold prices ICPI as non-farm payrolls miss, rising wages complicate Fed outlook. Gold prices remain vulnerable despite a headline non-farm payrolls miss. Rising wages could mean that inflation remains high, complicating the Fed's outlook. Zhao, USDI's CPI data.
Forex Live. October 9, 1335 America New York, China has proposed a ban on private news media. China has flagged banning private capital from news reporting and distribution. Part of China's crackdown on everything? The National Development and Reform Commission of the People's Republic of China, NDRC, published a proposal late Friday. Forex Live. October 9, 1328 America New York, Australian Navy to replace its European MRH-90 helicopters with US-made Seahawks. This of course follows along from the stink caused by Australia agreeing to buy US nuclear submarines and tear up its contract with France for diesel subs. Part of the new UK-US agreement.
The Library of Economics and Liberty. October 9, 1322 America New York, when forecasts don't pan out. There's no shame in making forecasts that prove inaccurate. I've done so many times. Nonetheless, it is useful to try to figure out why a particular forecast didn't pan out.
Forex Live. October 9, 1319 America New York, weekend, China's President Xi said reunification with Taiwan will be achieved. Xi was speaking on Saturday on achieving a peaceful reunification with Taiwan. Via Reuters, Taiwan responded, again, saying it would be defending its sovereignty and democracy.
Marginal Revolution. October 9, 1221 America New York, Washington, D.C. Facts of the Day. The report released Thursday by the Downtown D.C. Business Improvement District painted a bleak picture of fall in downtown Washington, driven largely by the continued absence of 9-to-5ers.
Daily FX Market News. October 9, 11 o'clock America New York, weekly fundamental US dollar forecast, November taper on track after NFP. Despite a disappointing headline figure, the September US NFP report was another milestone on the road to the Fed tapering asset purchases.
Wall Street Journal US Business. October 9, 1049 America New York, how to move more goods through America's clogged infrastructure. Robot trains. Self-driving trains could be greener, carry more stuff, and help unclog America's congested supply chains. And making them a reality will likely be far easier than perfecting autonomous vehicles. New York Times Business. October 9. 1042 America New York, Moderna, racing for profits, keeps COVID vaccine out of reach of poor. Some poorer countries are paying more and waiting longer for the company's vaccine than the wealthy, if they have access at all. A Moderna COVID-19 vaccination in Nairobi, Kenya, a middle-income country where the United States has donated doses.
Wall Street Journal Markets. October 9, 10:03 America New York, Canada's pot companies are missing the best party. Getting access to the U.S. cannabis market is crucial for Canadian cultivators as their home turf grows more competitive. When it might happen is anyone's guess.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. October 9, 9:20 America New York, many women remain on labor market sideline. Many have yet to return to the labor market, acting as a check against stronger job growth, and some who did return haven't been able to remain in the job as the Delta variant of COVID-19 disrupted their plans. New York Times Business. October 9, 9:05 America New York, lawmakers see path to reign in tech, but it isn't smooth. If what faces big tech is anything like what happened to big tobacco, the road ahead is likely to be a years-long battle over proposed rules and regulations. Senator Richard Blumenthal speaking to the press after the testimony of Frances Haugen, who exposed Facebook's own research on the negative impacts of its platforms. Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. October 9, 8:27 America New York, Indra Nooyi pushes employers for the flexible work arrangements she didn't have. The former PepsiCo CEO describes her journey in corporate America in her new memoir and calls for a federal policy for paid parental leave.
Armstrong Economics. October 9, 8:27 America New York. Do as I command, not as I do. All the names of every politician should be published, and any politicians taking any donations from any lobbyist connected even remotely with Big Farm, Gates, and Schwab should be driven from office permanently. The post "Do as I command, not as I do" first appeared on Armstrong Economics.
New York Times Business. October 9, 8 o'clock America New York, with "Play Nice But Win," Michael Dell is trying to be nice. In "Play Nice But Win," Mr. Dell delves into the drama behind some of the biggest deals of the past decade,